Welcome. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Exclusive.
You're listening to Independent TV 7 as it is, and Nigerians react to United States releasing certified copies of Bola Tinubu's drug dealings. Wow, Tinubu is in a big mess as it is. I don't know. Indictment is indictment. A suspect is a suspect because this thing is going viral. I'm not thinking about this time. But as a businessman who he is and he still is, and I believe I shouldn't venture into politics, or rather, democratically, he wants to become a president. Maybe he's a politician. Fine, venture into politics that is straight. That's what I mean. If he had known, he wouldn't venture into politics because politics is not dicey, and like they will say, politics is a dirty whatever. The people practicing politics in Nigeria that are represented as the politician, maybe they are the most dirty. Let me put it that way. Politicians practicing politics in Nigeria are dicey. Politicians practicing politics in Nigeria are dirty. Maybe that's the narrative. Now, politics is a real thing. System, follow procedures, follow policy. Now there are records, there are documents, there are files that ordinarily you can't just surpass, or rather, you can't wave off. Now, they are documented, not by paper, not by biro, but technologically, they will bring out your file and let you know that is United States, not Nigeria as a country that we are. Well, storylines are still bubbling following the release of some documents reviewed by the United States District Court for a judgment from the Northern District of Illinois, taking possession of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, taking Tinubu's money over his involvement in drug trafficking. One. And also, Nigerians have since taken to social media to react, and this thing has really gone viral. The judgment docketed on July 26, 1996, and certified by Thomas O. Button, the clerk of the court, indicted Ťìñùbù for heroin trafficking in the state of Illinois through a proxy organization owned by Adegboyega Moise Akande. Now, it was gathered that the funds, which were held by First Heritage Bank and Citibank in trust for Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC), which were forfeited to the United States government for being proceeds of drug-related offenses. Now, reacting to these 56-page documents, some Nigerians took to Twitter, they took to social media, Instagram, everywhere on social media, and they have been lamenting, or rather, tongues are still wagging. Wow. Is it the end of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's political career? Is it that FBI will come, Interpol will come? Is it that they will give end to the NDLEA, Nigeria, or thereabout? But I don't know. Now everybody is trying to puzzle left, right, up, center. Now at the KC, someone's name is KC, said that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not trading stocks. One, they said he was trading drugs, and you cannot commit crime by voting for a criminal. You cannot stop crime oh my God, jeez. Now this person say you cannot stop crime by voting a criminal. Well, I don't know. Narrative will change. I said it as there's going to be so many narratives now. At Ada Igbokwe or thereabout, it says, Abike, what you said is true. United States have confirmed Bola Tinubu as a drug dealer. Wow. Now Jackson, wow, so many people are just giving us their own opinion, and it is related. This is Bola Tinubu's drug certificate issued to him by the United States for his involvement in drug trafficking. Now, when you see his shaky hands and his underwear constantly wet with urine, you know why? Say no to drugs, say no to Agbado Republic, say no to APC. Oh, I don't know. Now, someone is releasing this and telling us the United States Court releases certified true copies of Bola Tinubu's drug dealing money laundering case in Chicago, and also drug trafficking. So many reactions on India, and oh my God, No. This is not the way for someone to, wreck his career or thereabout, or there is a stigma now. When God is alive, God is alive. When God says yes, who will say no? Because God knows how He is doing these things. Now He's a presidential candidate to the All Progressive Congress, first time in its kind. If someone wants to go for that's why I told people will not still understand. Say Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a kingmaker, do not become king, and because this is a will say a abomination. You want to it's an abomination. You want to you've said you're an oracle, and automatically be where you are. Now the way God is planning in Nigeria now everybody can see that the Pastor Paul Adefarasin's subject, or rather is words by saying we should have a plan B. Nigeria should have a plan B, either to pray, either to along. That was what the youth did, and they said protest is a sin, or protest is prohibited in this present dispensation rather. And the way to the payment after the talk. So said in this present administration and dispensation of President Muhammadu Buhari, that protest is a sin, and I don't think the problem or the insurgency in another part of the country is affecting Nigeria any bit. No. There are some people that would not want naturally the insurgency to end. So many lives have been lost. United Nations headquarters are building everywhere. You understand? Bombed in Borno. IDP camps all over, and as it is, there is no improvement in the northern part. And since 12 years, 30 years down the line, we are still borrowing money. Foreign reserve zero, our local reserve zero, and minus zero is even under bad debt. That is the account Nigeria has. You even have a 500 naira in your account. Nigeria does not even have 1 naira, 1 kobo. It is minus zero. Now, how do they want to pay back? I was telling some persons, I said, yes, Nigeria has been owing and owing and owing. Owing. Yeah, that's the word. Nigeria, and they need to pay back. And if a country as a republic or an account, is under review as bad debt minus zero, it will take grace. Now, individually, we have Nigerians' money in everybody's pocket. Individually, I mean, not you and I that wants the betterment for Nigeria. For those that think they have arrived and they have achieved the betterment, Çórìmìñàڵ is facing his own charge over there. Now, Tinubu, Çórìmìñàڵ, well, I don't know, because when you put in God first, God will take you behind, but not they'll take you along. But they believe they put God first. I don't know. Maybe swearing an oath to the deity is the best thing to be done. Oh, God that is slow. God will slow, open your secret or do you some kind of wicked something. You understand? If God is telling you a particular thing and you think that's a good thing that God is telling you, but notwithstanding, there are some things that you believe that they are bad that God will still tell you they are good. Keep on. Sometimes suffering, sometimes anger, sometimes temperament, sometimes it could be sickness. But when it gets to that time, is that time. Now Tinubu, who says he's 78 or 68 or 70, I don't know the narrative, because as it is, someone is saying that with his shaky hand he's doing drugs. No, doing drugs is different from dealing with drugs. Tinubu, as of 1993 till now, that should be 29 years down the line, or I don't know, 28 or so, over 20 years, let me assume, over 20 years down the line, 28, 29, well, same. Now the record and file is still out. I believe in Nigeria for that time we would see they run our government as at that time. And paper, maybe that's enough for book. It's not even a for paper ledger book. And then they go record your documents, and there's nothing like inserting your disk and writing your file on your disk or disk jack or on your CD or on whatever means you want to accept. But they will bring up paper, but they will now tell you it has been burnt. Snake did this, snake did that. Wow, you just be like, make I just talk because this thing is sounding so real to me, and I'm so glad. I'm not glad because of indictment, but I'm glad that yes, it seems the international observers are really, ready for Nigeria to be better, and to make sure that it will separate the grain from the chaff.